What's up, Fiend fam, and welcome to another video. I know that much has been said already regarding Harley-Davidson's Sportster S reveal earlier this week, but I wanted to jump in and offer my take. If you've been around this channel, you know that I've often said that the bar and shield needs to embrace the Revolution Max engine as its future, and I still stand by that. It's only going to be a matter of time before governmental regulations across the globe force all manufacturers to go to liquid cooling. So why not beat them to the punch? I'm not going to go over all the specs here. They're freely available on HD's website. Plus, the Sportster S is not a bike I'm really considering. More on that later, so I think it's disingenuous for me to talk smack. If you know anything about me, you know that I don't care what you ride. If you're happy with it, ride safe and share your love of motorcycles with as many people as you can. Who am I to judge? Right off the bat, it's easy to see who Harley-Davidson is targeting the new Sportster S2. This is not your parents' sporty. It has a futuristic look and feel to it, right down to the rectangle LED headlight, reminiscent of the Fat Bob and Pan America, which I'm a huge fan of. It also evokes an industrial, steampunk-like look, which I really am a fan of. I know that aesthetics is the first thing that draws us to a bike, but there's always more. That said, what do I think of the bike overall? I think it's a step in the right direction for HD, but I wonder how it'll be received by the masses. I know that HD has plans to reinvent themselves into a premium brand. The first thing that I look at when researching a bike is price. Killer spec sheets and oodles of features do me no good if the bike is out of my price range. I think it's the same for a lot of other riders too. With its claimed 121 horsepower and features like traction control and cornering traction control, there's a lot to like here. I just feel like $15,000 is a lot to ask. Then again, it has features that come standard on more expensive models like cruise control. So there's that. Don't get me wrong, I think it's shaping up to be a phenomenal bike. I just wonder if it's going to be a little too spendy for those who aren't already in love with the bar and shield. Like I said about the Pan America special, I'd love to see a smaller displacement version offered at a more budget-friendly price point. I firmly believe that Harley has a chance here to start capturing riders from the beginning of their riding careers and hold on to them until they're forced to give it up much later in life. A reasonably priced sporty with some of the features teased on the Sportster S would go a long way to doing that. Another thing that worries me is the ergonomics of the bike. The Sportster is well known as a bike that a lot of new riders start on. The low seat height to make flat footing the bike easy, the mid-mounted foot pegs for hugging the tank with your knees for increased balance and stability in turns, and the predictable power are all hallmarks of this iconic bike. The seat height has gotten significantly taller. Those mids are now forwards. That predictable power, while likely still predictable, is quite a bit more than in previous models. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm just always wondering how these decisions will affect sales numbers, particularly to new riders. So, long story short, the new Sportster may not be for me, but I'm very excited for what it could mean for Harley. I've long believed that the classic bagger could exist alongside some new liquid-cooled bikes in the Harley lineup, and seeing this makes me happy. Besides, after the first Sportster S bikes to be released start taking some glides lunch money, maybe the faithful will start to come around. Of all this, I'm most excited for what this means across the entire Harley lineup. The Milwaukee 8 isn't going anywhere anytime soon. But wouldn't it be great to buy an Ultra or Limited that comes in at under 700 pounds and won't roast your private bits during that 10-day trip across the country in the dead of summer? I, for one, can't wait to see what Harley comes up with next. It took them long enough to get to the party, but this sleeping giant has dusted off his dancing shoes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got some value from it, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything and really helps us grow the Fiend fam so we can do more giveaways. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified whenever new content is uploaded. As always, stay shiny side up, Throttle Fiend out.